Hello, I am Minecraft Phenom 08, and this is episode 2 of my Billions and Billions challenge. In today's episode, I am going to attempt to make a Fluxbore so that I can mine much more efficiently and quickly off camera. So let's get started. The first thing I want to do is I want to grab a bunch of supplies here. So let's grab some coal, my gold, silver, lead, iron, tin, copper, and some redstone, of course. I will also need flint and maybe some Certus quartz, as well as the nickel here. So I think that's just about everything I'll need. Let's grab some glass as well. And I think that's everything I need now. So let's get started on crafting. So the first thing I want to do is I want to make a Fluxbore. And we should be able to do that relatively simply here. I need to make a drill head and then tool casing. And I need to make sure not to make multiples of those because then I will run myself out of ingredients here. So, okay, so that is a conflicting recipe. Let's go for the second recipe here, stone gear. Unfortunately, that's kind of a pain. I think I will need a wooden gear a little bit later on, so let's go ahead and build that while we are here. And then I'm missing my iron gear, and let's go ahead and do that. So that's cool. And then I should be able to go ahead and make this basic Fluxbore. The thing is, this Fluxbore actually needs energy to operate, so I'm going to be working on that here in just a second. But the next thing I want to do is I want to upgrade it to the hardened Fluxbore, and that's because the basic Fluxbore tunnels in only a 1x2 area, whereas the hardened Fluxbore does a 3x3 area. So obviously that's quite an advantage. However, I'm going to need Invar ingots here. So let's go ahead and see what we can do to make Invar. I will need to make Invar ingots somehow, and I think the simplest way is to let's see here. I actually need to make the Invar blend here, and I can do that by using pulverized iron and pulverized nickel. However, I don't have that, but I can get all that through a quartz grindstone, I believe. So let's go ahead and make that. So any stone. So I actually need to cook up a little bit of stone here. So that's not a problem though. Let's go ahead and throw an 8 here. And while that's cooking up, let's see. Is there anything else I can do? Let's try to make a dynamo. So let's, not just any dynamo. I need the steam dynamo. So let's see here. This is actually going to be fairly easy, I believe. So there's our copper gear. And then we need a redstone transmission coil. And let's make that, and then we have a steam dynamo, and this is how I'm going to be producing energy for my system. So let's see, do we have 3 stone? We do. So let's make our grindstone here, and that's cool. I do want to place this down. Let's put it over here, and I think I actually need like a handle. Let me see here. Applied energy 6.2. So applied energy 6.2. I think there should be a wooden crank here. Yes. So I need some sticks. I need 5 of them actually, and I think this is how you do this. Okay, cool. Pulverized nickel. I also want to do some pulverized iron, so let's go ahead and place that on there as well. And I can just hold it. I actually don't know that I've ever used a quartz grindstone before, but I was obviously looking up the recipes for Invar, and this seems to be a pretty easy way to do this. So let's see if we have what we need yet. We do not. This does take a little bit of time, so obviously having something like a pulverizer, which I will hopefully make later in this episode, will make things quite a bit quicker. So let's see if we have everything. Not quite. I need 2 more. So obviously I'm a little impatient here, but okay, cool. So it actually stops when you're done, so that is good to know. So let's make our Invar blend, and I can go ahead and cook this up over here. So let's grab the stone out of there. Let's throw the stone in here because I don't super need it just yet. Actually, I don't think I'll need it in this episode. So let's, I'm waiting on the Invar. So let's see, what else can I make? I can, I don't think I can actually do anything. So for the energetic infuser, I believe I need 6 of these. So let's actually look up the recipe. Oh no, I'm doing the Fluxbore right now. So let's see if I can make the infuser right now. This is actually the device that gets the energy into the Fluxbore or the flux capacitors, which I will be making later. So let's see, the recipe's like this. So let's get started. I need 2 of the copper gears. So there we go with that. I need a lead gear. I need 2 of these. And then a redstone reception coil. And then 1 of the machine frames here. And I think that is just about all I need for the energetic infuser. So that's cool. Let's go ahead and make some flux duct as well. I do need to connect things up. So let's do, I just want to do 1 of these recipes. 6 flux duct will be more than enough for right now. And if you've never played with thermal expansion, flux duct basically is like energy cabling. So let's go ahead and sleep. And then I can get on with building more with building my Fluxbore rather. So let's see if we can make this Fluxbore. So I'm missing an invar gear, and I do have the invar for that, so that's cool. And now I have a Fluxbore, a hardened variety Fluxbore. So this can mine in a 3x3 configuration, and that is awfully nice to have. So let's go ahead and set up the energetic infuser. I do want my dynamo over here, I think. So let's go ahead and do the energetic infuser. Let's do that right here. And because I'm going to have a pulverizer right here, I think, let's go ahead and put the steam dynamo here. I do want to rotate that, so let's see if I can't make a crescent hammer. Which is a tool from Thermal Foundation to be used on thermal expansion machines to rotate them. Let's rotate this upside down like that. Let's do a little digging. And there goes my infinite water source, run amok again. So let's put the Fluxbore down. So what the steam dynamo needs is it needs coal, so let's go ahead and throw some coal in there. And I don't actually need that much, and then it needs water as well. So I can go ahead and place water in it with a bucket here. And that's what I'm going to do for now. I may automate this in the future, but it is making power and it is throwing power in here. So let's go ahead and throw our Fluxbore in there. It will charge rather slowly, but the good thing is I can leave this area chunk loaded. So basically I can charge it when I'm away. So that's fantastic to know. Let's go ahead and set up an automatic output to the top and build a chest for that. Do I have any spare wood? I don't. So what I can do is I can just make the wood right now. Make me a chest, and then throw the chest on top. So what I want to do now is I actually want to make a pulverizer so that I can make some flux capacitors. So let's see what it takes to make a pulverizer. A pulverizer is a machine from the mod thermal expansion. It just crushes ores into dusts. So I do need a little bit more wood, so that is, there we go. Let's get a piston. I do need a couple more copper gears, and I am running low on copper, but I believe that I might need more copper later, so that's kind of going to be a pain if I do. Apparently I shorted myself on copper, but that will be okay for right now, I think. Let's get rid of that. Let's do 1 of these, and then I should be able to make a pulverizer, which I can place right here, so that's cool. This will be how I will, I guess, start my ore processing. And let's see, what I need to do right now is I need to throw coal in here because what I need is sulfur. So one way to get sulfur is to pulverize coal, and there is something like a 15% chance that I will get sulfur dust. I need this sulfur dust because I want to make flux capacitors, and I want to make a pair of them if I can. I'm actually probably, do I have 2 I think I have exactly 2 copper, so that's going to be fantastic. I have everything else I need. Basically, flux capacitors can charge items in your inventory, and you can hold them in a slot, one of the bobble slots, I believe. So it will be nice to have a couple flux capacitors. So basically what I can do is I can have my Fluxbore. I will never need to actually throw my Fluxbore into the energetic infuser. What I will do is I will use my flux capacitors. I will throw them into the energetic infuser, and then I will take them out. And as I go mining, I will have one in the energetic infuser and one with me to charge my Fluxbore. So that's going to be fantastic. So let's actually grab my Fluxbore right now, and let's take it for a super quick test drive. I am going to be mining, let's say from right here. So that's cool. As you can see, it does a 3x3 area. It can mine both dirt and stone components. So that is obviously super nice to have. And as you can see, it mines really, really quickly. So that is super, super cool. So let's go ahead and throw some torches in down here. And actually don't want to place one there. I want to place one there. So that's cool. This will be my new mine shaft in the future. But for right now, let's see if I have any sulfur. I don't. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go away for a bit. I'm going to wait for this thing to make some sulfur. And then I will be right back. So my pulverizer is done, and I do have my 2 sulfur, so let's grab those, and let's make my flux capacitors. Like I said, I want to make 2 of them, so that is cool. I have 2 of them right here, and what I can do is I can throw them both in here. When they are done charging, they will kick out to this chest right here, and then I can pick them up and I can start mining. As we can see, right now my Fluxbore doesn't have very much charge, but what I can do is I can just go away for a bit, allow my system to charge it while I am gone, my flux capacitors that is, and then I can carry my flux capacitors with me to charge my Fluxbore. And let's actually grab this one right here. I know it's not charged up very much, but what I can do is I can actually change the charge mode to charging inventory, charging all items, charging equipment. And then I think I need to activate it. Let's do charge all items, and then I just shift right clicked, and it put all the charge into the Fluxbore, as you can see here. It is now empty, so that's cool. That's how I'm going to use the Fluxbores, and I think that's all I'm going to get to in today's episode. So in today's episode, I built some machinery over here, a steam dynamo, a pulverizer, an energetic infuser, as well as a Fluxbore and 2 flux capacitors. And the Fluxbore and the flux capacitors will allow me to mine much, much quicker than I was able to do before, so that is obviously fantastic. If you enjoyed today's episode, definitely feel free to drop a like down below. If you enjoy watching automation type stuff in modded Minecraft, definitely consider subscribing to my channel, because that's kind of what I do and will be doing in this series. Anyways, signing off, I am Minecraft Phenom 08, and I will see you next time.